Welcome to our video on the recent news that BRICS, Saudi Arabia, and Iran are reportedly taking steps to move away from the US dollar in their economic transactions. This shift away from the US dollar has significant implications for the global economy and the global monetary system. In this video, we will explore the reasons behind this move, the potential implications for the global economy, and what this means for the future of the global monetary system. So, if you want to stay up to date on the latest trends in global economics, be sure to keep watching. So as we all know, BRICS, Saudi Arabia, and Iran are seeking alternatives to the US dollar. But why might this be? BRICS, Saudi Arabia, and Iran have various reasons for seeking alternatives to the US dollar in their international trade and financial transactions. One of the main reasons is the impact of US economic policies on their own economies. For example, the US has imposed trade tariffs on some products, which has affected the exports of these countries to the US. Additionally, the US has also imposed sanctions on some countries, which has had a significant impact on their economies. For example, the US sanctions on Iran have severely affected the country's oil exports and financial sector. Another concern for these countries is the long-term stability of the US dollar as a global currency. The US has a large national debt, which has been growing steadily over the years. In addition, the country has a large trade deficit, which means that it imports more than it exports. These factors have led to concerns about the long-term sustainability of the US dollar as a global currency. Moreover, some countries view the dominance of the US dollar in the global economic order as a tool for US hegemony and control over other countries' economies. Therefore, these countries seek to reduce their reliance on the US dollar and diversify their foreign reserves. So what are the alternatives to the US dollar, you may ask? Well, BRICS, Saudi Arabia, and Iran are considering various alternatives to the US dollar. One option is to use other currencies such as the euro or the Chinese yuan for their international transactions. The euro is already a widely used currency for international trade and finance, especially in Europe, while the Chinese yuan is gaining increasing popularity as an alternative currency, especially in Asia. Another option is to create a new global currency, such as the International Monetary Fund's Special Drawing Rights, SDR. The SDR is a basket of currencies used by the IMF for international transactions. It currently includes the US dollar, the euro, the Chinese yuan, the Japanese yen, and the British pound. The SDR was created in the 1960s as a way to supplement the US dollar in the global monetary system. However, its use has been limited, and it has not been widely adopted as a global currency. Finally, some countries are exploring the use of digital currencies, such as Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, as an alternative to traditional currencies. However, there are still many challenges to the adoption of digital currencies as a global currency, including concerns about security, regulation, and stability. You may be wondering about the implications of this move. Well, the move away from the US dollar could have significant implications for the global economy. It could lead to increased volatility in currency markets, as countries shift their reserves to other currencies, potentially leading to exchange rate fluctuations and uncertainty. It could also lead to increased competition among currencies, which could make it more difficult for the US dollar to maintain its dominant position in the global economy. Moreover, the shift away from the US dollar could have significant geopolitical implications. It could challenge the dominant position of the US in the global economic order, and shift power to other countries, especially China and Russia, who have been seeking to increase their influence in the global economic system. This could lead to greater tensions and conflicts among countries as they seek to assert their influence in a changing world. So, what does this mean for the future of the global economy? The move away from the US dollar by BRICS, Saudi Arabia, and Iran is part of a broader trend towards a multipolar world, where power is more evenly distributed among different countries. This trend is likely to continue in the coming years, as countries seek to assert their influence in the global economic order. In the short term, the shift away from the US dollar is unlikely to have a significant impact on the global economy. However, in the long term, it could lead to a fundamental shift in the global monetary system, with the US dollar losing its dominant position as the global reserve currency. The implications of this shift for the global economy are complex and difficult to predict. However, it is clear that the move away from the US dollar will have significant geopolitical implications, as power is shifted to other countries. It could also lead to increased volatility in currency markets, as countries shift their reserves to other currencies. In conclusion, the move away from the US dollar by BRICS, Saudi Arabia, and Iran is part of a broader trend towards a multipolar world. While it is unlikely to have a significant impact on the global economy in the short term, it could lead to significant changes in the global monetary system in the long term. As such, it is important for policymakers and analysts to monitor this trend and its implications for the global economy in the coming years. If you found this video informative, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel for more content on global economics and finance. And if you're interested in exploring other potential scenarios for the future, be sure to check out our video on what if the Soviet Union reunited. Thanks for watching.